Hello, I'm Lee Hatcher from HammondCare Public Affairs at Hammondville, continuing our profile series of conversations and great stories of people with decades of service in our organisation. Like Helen Croft, she's approaching 5 decades working with HammondCare. Helen started work here in 1968 and this has been her only full-time job. Helen's story is a classic illustration of HammondCare's growing our own. She began as a care worker and for years she's been responsible for the procurement of countless numbers of supplies across the incredible diversity and growth of the HammondCare organisation. Helen, thanks so much for joining us. Tell us about your first job at Hammond.
At Hammondville, I was a care worker. They call care workers now. Back then they were AINs, so assistant in nursing.
And back then, it was a long time ago.
It was 1968.
Yeah. Paint us a picture of what Hammondville and HammondCare was like.
Oh, pretty old. HammondCare was more hospital atmosphere type place back then. The beds had to have hospital corners and pillows all had to face the right way, you know, so yeah, pretty much hospital atmosphere if you like.
Pretty rigid?
Yes, very. In the beginning, yes, yeah.
How long were you a care worker here?
I was a care worker for about 29 years.
What kept you in that job for that period of time?
I loved what I did. I loved being a care worker. I actually lived in Hammondville, so it was convenient. My kids went to school in Hammondville. But I loved what I did. I loved looking after, helping people, looking after them.
What did you love about it?
I don't know, just that you were able to help someone, you know, have a nice day or, you know, make sure their hearing aids were in and all those kind of things, comb their hair, all those things.
And you've never worked anywhere else?
Not in the last 46 years, no, because it's just been my life. Most of my life's been here at HammondCare, yeah.
And your families, you've had numbers of generations of your family.
My mum worked here before I did, so that's how I became to work here, because my mum said, I'll come down and see if you can, you know, do a job down there. So yeah, and both my daughters have worked here as well for a short time.
What did your mum do?
My mum was a care worker as well, yep.
And loved it?
Yes, she loved it, yeah.
Describe to us what Hammondville was like.
Hammondville was pretty old, sort of country townish. The shops up at Hammondville were pretty old. I did work there for a little while when I left school. But it was old. The school was pretty old.
And in 1968, hospitalised, institutionalised. How many people did we care for then?
There was only Pote and Shaw and a bit of the hostel area, so I'd say maybe 80 people back then. Yeah. In the beginning.
Very different to what it is today.
Yes, very. There's 220 odd now, I think.
So page 167 of Faith in Action, that's you there?
That's me, yes.
Yeah. When was that?
Just after Sinclair was first built back in 1970, 71, I think. Wow. So we just all gathered out the front for a photo session.
You'd only been with them 3 years?
Yeah, yep.
Tell us about
this one.
Who's that?
The staff used to put concerts on for the residents. So every year we did one. We had a different theme every year, so this was like a beauty contest, if you can say that's a beauty contest.
Just gorgeous. How old were you then?
18, 19.
Fantastic.
And I won 3rd prize.
Congratulations. And this one here, that's your mum?
This is my mum, yes, when she worked here, so yep.
She was a care worker?
Yes, yep.
How long was she a care worker?
I think she was here for about 10 years. Oh, she liked it as well, she loved it. She always wanted to do nursing. She actually went to do nursing after that and at Liverpool Hospital, so she loved nursing.
Did she urge you on?
Yeah, she sort of said, come down and see if you like it, you know, so I've been here ever since.
And you haven't gone away?
No.
Has there been a consistent character of HammondCare throughout that time? I mean, a lot of changes in buildings and services and the institutionalisation of care.
But it's always been a caring place. Yeah, even back then it was all about the care that HammondCare provided, yep.
Was that directed or was that an organic part of the place?
Yeah, just part of the place, I think, yeah. Mm.
How did that happen, do you think?
The people that were running it, yeah. The people that worked here. Mm.
They kind of inculcated
I think so, yeah.
So fast forward to today, tell me how you got into procurement.
I used to do a bit of stores work in the medical office. We used to have a medical office round in Shaw. The residents used to come there to see the doctor, so another lady actually did that job, but she actually got sick and someone had to replace her, so I did it for a little while. And then I job shared with another lady for, I don't know, maybe a year, but then she left, so I then used to do the medical office, the medical stores. And then HammondCare decided to do like a, I don't know, time and motion study on how the stores were done and who did them. So I was part of that, and then I was offered the job of being the stores person.
It's certainly been a place that's allowed you to develop and grow.
Definitely, yes, yeah. Definitely.
How's that happened, and why do you think that's happened within this organisation?
I was glad to have the job, and I've been always given enough training and whatever I needed to actually help me do my job. So I've always had the support from HammondCare.
It's very much been a grow your own kind of organisation.
Yeah, yep.
You've seen that happen with others.
Yep.
I talk to people around the organisation and I hear people say things like, nothing's a problem for Helen. And Angela Rager says, if you're stuck, go ask Helen Croft.
I always say, I wish I knew everything, because if I knew the lotto numbers, I'd be rich.
What is it about you or your job that's allowed you to be such a fixer?
I think just because I've done it for so long, I've learnt so much. I know who to call if we need something, you know. I know pretty much who to call or where we can find it. How
much of that's been a product of the HammondCare culture, and how much of that's been you, do you reckon?
I like to help people, so it's always been about helping people. So whoever calls me, if I can help them, I will, if I can.
With the volume of stuff that you have to take care of, do you ever get flustered?
Sometimes. Everybody does.
I'm shocked.
Sometimes, yeah. Probably don't let anybody see it, but yeah.
There are laughs around here as well. It's not just a serious place where
definitely
procurement and stores are just taken off. Open the window for us into that little world.
Oh, look, I have lots of lovely friends here, and we have lunch together every day, so yeah, we have laughs, and the girls in there like to cook, so they share all their recipes and all sorts of things, yeah.
What do you reckon keeps you going in this job?
I don't know what I'd do if I retired. I really don't have any other hobbies apart from, we like to travel a bit now, so I don't know what I'd do at home. I'd rather be at work.
How do you stay in touch with the people we serve? How do you remain grounded in what this organisation does beyond stores, beyond procurement, do you think?
I have no trouble saying that I work for HammondCare and the work that HammondCare does. I tell everybody, you know, the good work that HammondCare does. So, yeah, I love it here. It's part of my life now, so it's always been that for a long time. So.
And you've got a great love of the people who we serve.
Yep, and because I'm here at Hammondville, I can still see the residents and talk to them, see their families. You know, you still get to know people, even though I'm not doing care work, I'm doing something else.
You and everyone here on staff share very happy times and tough times with the people here too. Yeah,
there's a bit of both, yeah, that's right.
Tell us what that is like.
I've been through a couple of things myself, so HammondCare's always been there to support me, giving me the time off that I needed. And yeah, my job's always been here, so I've been thankful for that.
So I ask everyone in the profile series at the end, what floats your boat outside of the job?
Oh, like I said, my husband and I like to travel now, so we've done a few trips around Australia lately. So, yeah, travelling is our thing now.
But always keen to get back to work, by the
Oh
sound.
yes, I always miss it. Yeah, after a couple of weeks, I like to get back to work. Yeah.
Helen, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It's great to see you.
Thanks.